This is a 2007 Honda Pilot EXL alternator replacement. The alternator started making a funny whining noise this morning, and so we're gonna replace this bad boy. First and foremost, you want to take the negative terminal off the battery over there, as shown. It's just a 10mm socket. Now, the first thing over here, because this is a tight fit over here, is a few things that you can do. I've already taken out the overflow canister for the coolant. That just pops right out. And then with the power steering over here, there is a bracket. That's just a 10mm socket as well, and it comes up pretty easy. So you can see just the two holes right there, a little bracket that comes out. It'll help you, give you some more movement once you some more space when you take the alternator out over this way. Alright, second thing is there's also some of these wires that you can unclip if you want, and then for the this is the air conditioner line, but you can take out that. This will give you some more movement as well. Next thing is you're going to find the tensioner. It is a 19mm socket. It's right here, and what you're going to do is you're going to put that on there, and then essentially you're just going to go towards the back like that, and it's going to release the tension, and then you can take, it'll free up the belt there. Okay, so once we have that off, we're going to take off a few more bolts right here. A little bracket that's a 10mm as well as the one right there. So we'll do that, and then there's a few other behind there that we'll do. Okay, once we have these two 10mm bolts that come out, there's one right there. So it gives you a little more room. So now there's I think it's a 14 and a 12mm, but I'll double check that. The two bolts that we want to take off, let's see if I can maneuver it here. Alright, it is, where's that there? It's right behind this. There you go. So you're gonna do this one right there actually. And then there's one right below the tension guide, or the tensioner, that is right there. So it's just right below the tensioner, right there. I think that one might be the 14, but I'm going to take those out and we'll go from there. Once again, that one is right there, right behind the, right behind the bracket thing right here. Alright, took the bolts out. So the top one, that's a 12mm, and the bottom one down by the tensioner was a 14mm. If you have a little cheater bar or something like that, it does help out to give you some more leverage. Once again, so the 12mm one was just right behind, right there. You can see it pulled out. And then the 14 one was down by, oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Just by the tensioner. The tension there was the bolt right there. Alright, so this should loosen up the alternator a bit. Now, underneath the alternator you have the plug right down there. So if you can get it off now, great. If not, you can move the alternator a little bit and get out that way. So that'll be the next step. Okay, a few more things. On the alternator itself, you have a few different cords that go to it. You have this one right here that went right in. There's just a 10mm bolt on it, and you can take that out. And then, where's the other one here? This other cord that was in here. You just have this little rubber boot that you can pull off. You just gotta push that. Oh, there's the rubber boot. And then push the pins in there, and you can just pull it out. And that's the one just right there. So also you do have this other bolt that was next to the other 12mm one that you can take out on this bracket, which you probably have to end up doing. So everything should be free, so I'll yank it out and we'll go from there. Alright, we got the alternator loose right here. So if you weren't able to get the cords, these power cords and other things off earlier, you have better access now to get to them now. So the best way that I've seen to get this out is to come over this way, to use the the power steering fluid movement over here a little better, so you can come out between here. So hopefully that should come out just fine. So we'll try it and see how it goes. Well, if you're not good at Tetris, you're going to be. So I just kind of, here it is, just snaked it out in between here and the cooling hose right here. You just got to work it little by little. Make sure not to get the belt there caught into it well, but you just got to maneuver it, turn around until you can get it right through there and work just fine. So give it a good tug, move it a little by here, and make sure you don't hit all these wires and stuff. It'll come out right through here. So unfortunately I don't have a new alternator right now, so we'll get one tomorrow, throw it in there, and get this thing up and going. Good morning. This is round 2 of the 2007 Honda Pilot alternator replacement. So I went down to CarQuest and picked up a new alternator. They said this is just one of the remanufactured OEMs, the Denso, so hopefully it is. It doesn't say it on there, but for 10 bucks more they could have ordered one in that said it, but hey, we'll go with this. So we'll get this, squeeze it back in here, go through the same way and what we've brought it out, and then we'll hook it all up and see how it goes. Got the serpentine belt back on. I just went ahead and replaced it. The other one had a little crack here and there, so I just went ahead and replaced it. But this thing is a pain in the butt to get back on. If you don't know the diagram, you can go print it online, but it depends on your engine there. So that's mine right there. But yeah, so if you can use extra hand to help you out, might help you out there with doing the tension and then someone else doing the belt. But so once again, just make sure everything's lined up, looks good, and it's on the pulleys and whatnot, and then we'll fire up and see how it goes. Alright, car is up and going. No weird whining noise anymore. Don't forget when you're putting the alternator back in to hook the 2 cables back into the alternator as well, and then just hook up back your battery and give it a whirl and get it a fire. So everything looks to be going good. So once again, this is a 2007 Honda Pilot. This is an EXL alternator repair or replacement.